Hello guys, in this video we will talk about three important functions of thread which are wait, notify and notify all. Okay, so why do we need these functions? So basically in multi-threading allow us to execute concurrently two or more parts of a program, and by part we mean threads. Okay, and these threads often have to coordinate their actions. Okay, and there are times when multiple threads try to access a shared resource. Okay, and by shared resource we mean basically suppose there is a customer. Okay, customer can withdraw the amount or deposit the amount, but each of this operation has to be atomic or synchronized. Okay, so we will not go deep into synchronization in this video. Let's say we do synchronize by using the keyword synchronize in the functions. So we will create the synchronize functions and which will do synchronization for us. Okay, so what wait and notify do, they allow us to do this coordination between the threads. Okay, so if we talk about wait, the wait method will cause the thread to wait until another threads invoke the notify function or notify all functions. Okay, or we can also specify a specific timeout with the wait. So let's say if I specify a 5 seconds timeout, then the thread will wake up after the 5 seconds timeout. Okay, another is notify. So like we have already defined ki notify wakes up the thread which have been waited. Okay, two important points to note here is one, that wait and notify should be called on the same object. Okay, another is notifying does not means the waiting thread will be woken up immediately, because those functions are synchronized, right? So notify function, the thread which is calling the notify function, for that thread synchronized function should get completed, then only the other thread will get waked up. Okay, so let's understand this with example. Okay, so let me create one class. Let's call it a wait notify example. I'll create main function. Okay, so like we discussed the customer, so let's create this same example. Let's say this customer have one value amount. So this customer has the 100 rupees amount. Now we will create two functions. One is to withdraw the amount. The input would be the amount to withdraw, and what it does, it will just remove that amount. But the prerequisite to this, that user should have this amount in the account. So suppose if the withdraw request came for 500 amount, ideally the withdraw should not happen because there is no such amount in the user bank, right? So this should not happen, or this should wait. Right now there are two methods to it. One is we run an infinite loop here till the time amount does not reach this amount which needs to be withdrawn. Okay, but this is a bad approach. Why? Because if we run a while loop, then complete time the thread would be working and the CPU cycles would be waste, right? Another way is ki we wait here. Okay, so if this dot amount is less than the amount that needs to be withdrawn, then wait here, and this throws the interrupted exception. So we'll just surround with try catch. Okay, surrounded with try catch. Now as soon as the wait would be done, this amount will get deducted. Okay, and we'll just put some logs here. So withdraw started for amount, and we'll just print the amount, and here withdraw ended for amount. Okay, now I've already discussed that we need to create this function as synchronized, because we want these two withdraw and deposit functionalities to be synchronized. Okay, now this would be the deposit function. Just copy this into nice keyword here and put it here. Now we just put some logs first. Deposit started and deposit ended, right? Now what does deposit do? First it needs to add the amount and it needs to notify to other threads which might be waiting, right? So here we have asked the calling thread to wait till the amounts which needs to be withdrawn is there in the user account, right? And as soon as the amount is deposit, we notify other threads, right? Right. Now this is done. Now we'll create the test code to run it. Okay, so we'll just create the customer object. And now we will create two threads, one for deposit and one for withdraw. This should override the run function. Okay, and it just calls c1 dot withdraw, let's say 200 rupees. Okay, we will create one more thread to deposit the value. Let's say deposit 500 rupees. I guess we missed amount here, right? So this is done, and we'll also put a sleep here just to see some logs coming. I've put a sleep for 3 seconds and just needs to wrap within try catch. Okay, done. Now I think we can run it. Okay, so have you seen that withdraw has started now? Okay, let me put one more log so that it get more clear. Waiting because of low balance. Okay, I'll just run it one more time. Okay, since the amount is low, now the thread goes into waiting state. Now where we have deposit 500 rupees, and after the deposit ended, then the withdraw ended. Okay, so because this thread calls the notify, then the waiting threads get awaken up and it executes the it got waken up and it executes the critical section completely. Now what about notify all? Okay, so what notify all does, it wokes up all the thread which are waiting. Okay, so let's do one thing. We create one more thread, and this thread wants to withdraw 300, and just make it 1000. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll just do one thing. We just call notify. So now what is happening is, now two threads are waiting to withdraw, right? And we deposit 1000 rupees and withdraw ended only for 200, because when we call notify, it just wokes up any thread, and there two of the threads are waiting now. So one thread got wake up, it gets completed, but another is still in waiting. As you can see, the program has not ended yet, it's running. Okay, so I'll just terminate it now. And now what we need to change is, we have to do it notify all, right? And if we run it again, now you see both of the withdraw threads have been ended. Okay, so that's it for this video. In the next video, we'll try one more example. It's a known problem, producer consumer problem, and we'll implement it using wait and notify. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you.